guys. I was on here earlier and then it cut out. Then I went to Facebook. That sucked. So I came back. Let me go turn the radio down. We know what happens. We know what happens. Ooh, I got something in my telephone. Okay. What's everybody up to? My potatoes are done. I stuck my peeled potatoes over in the crock pot. Instapot. Peeled them, diced them. They're done. And I finished making my meatball mix. They're in the frying pan. Some of them are. Ta-da! We're just grilling or frying those. Look, I had this where this wasn't in the way, and then I just had to go move it. Let's see. Ooh, no, it's going to dip. Oh, man. I should have just left it alone. That's annoying. Nope. Yep. Maybe. Nope. Oh, I don't know where y'all guys were sitting. It's moving, though. Let's see what happens. Hold that thought. I use that word a lot. Hold that thought. Let's see if I can set y'all this way. Nah, no. It's easier the way it was before I went moving stuff. I was just trying to show y'all what I was doing. So I told y'all about my vacation. There's a glare right there. It must be those lights. So my days are mixed up and mingled. It's Friday. Feels like a Monday. I'm so thankful that it's a Friday. I got paid today and even cashed my check. It is chilling on my office desk because I ain't even been to the bank. I made a package store run that I'm excited about. Everybody loves a good package store run. Bought something new. I have been told that Mr. JD is gluten-free. I usually do vodka because it's gluten-free. We're going to find out if it's gluten-free or not. So I always cook my meatballs in a cast iron pan, and I'm going to let them brown. I try not to move them too much. What I'll do is I'll make my meatballs, take them out, and then I will put them on a tray and put them in the oven and kind of keep them warm. And then I'll mix up the gravy. I actually think I have a gravy mix. Maybe, possibly, it might be in Maisley. If it's over here, I'll use it and mix up the gravy. Because what I want is like Salisbury steak, kind of, but I don't eat red meat. So I kind of want Salisbury steak, but not in big pieces. I want them to be, I like the crispy edges. So we're doing meatballs, so they're smaller. They'll be more surface area for them to be crunchy, and they'll be just done in the inside. My meatballs do have bell peppers in them. They have garlic. I made a garlic paste and stuck them in there. And so they have some Italian seasoning, some salt, some pepper, a little bit of soy sauce, and a little bit of mustard. So, like I said earlier, when I cook, nothing turns out the same way twice, simply because I don't follow recipes very well. And I am in no shape, way, or form being sponsored or affiliated with Every Plate. A friend of mine gifted it to me for a free box. Oh, these are not close to being ready. So if you hold on, I'm going to go around and grab my box or my paper, and I'll be right back. Hold that thought. So I will probably do a review on this. It is Every Plate. This was purchased by myself. Now, this particular box that I got for this recipe cost me 98 cents. There's my phone. It should have been free, but I upgraded one of the vegetables from what it was to asparagus, which was like 49 cents a serving. So it changed the price. So it's an app. You download it. You skip what weeks you want, what weeks you don't want. You skip it. I get 3 meals, 2 servings. So it's a total of 12 meals. It's like $40, I think. So I've not tried any of these, but there is chicken, and it tells you the ingredients that they give you. All these ingredients are in here except for the what you need. Now, I have a gluten allergy. So this one says it contains wheat. The contained wheat part is the flour that you add. So I can use gluten-free flour, and I can do this fine. So this one is for a chicken with a lemon garlic. This is apricot sriracha pork chops. And the soy sauce they send you, this soy sauce has gluten in it. I just used the last of my soy sauce making meatballs, so I have to buy some more. Also on the back, it has pictures, so it shows you like step by step. And then this one is a Korean chicken like rice bowl. Now I don't do eggs. Eggs is in here of something that you can add, but you purchase it, yourself. So this also has the directions on the back. They all have the directions. But this is the really cool thing. It came in a box that was, it has, I'll get the box. Hold on. Now this one I may review, I may not review. I may do it next week when I have some more time because I don't do Halloween. So it comes in a cardboard box that has like some insulation. And then it comes with these huge ice packs. It is non-toxic. So you cut these open, put the guts of this in the trash can, and then you recycle the plastic. So it comes with a total of 3 ice packs. They sit on the bottom, and then your meat goes in there. And then there's a completely separate box that the rest of the ingredients go in. So this was delivered FedEx. When I got home this afternoon, it was there. Everything was still cold. Nothing was frozen. It was still cold. So let me get the box. And it doesn't look like there's a ton of food in here, but I have a friend of mine who has already done this box. Not these recipes, but this box. And she said it is deceiving because when you cook it, it makes a ton of food. So I'm going to flip my meatballs because they are finally browning. And they are turkey meatballs. I did put some garlic infused olive oil into the bottom of the pan. Y'all, it's about time to pour a drink. I get in trouble for dancing in the kitchen. Okay, so in the box, 2 of my recipes require rice. They are individually portioned out, and I can get it. This, it looks like it's not going to work. So there is potatoes in this box. There is rice. These are small potatoes. There is a lemon and a lime. A whole head of garlic. I took one of these cloves out and put them in my meatballs because I don't usually eat garlic. And then there's all the condiments. So let me see. Sour cream. So we're going to put this in the fridge because I completely forgot. I've not been home long. Apricot preserves for the pork chops. And then it's got, it's really cute. Like, here's your chicken stock. They actually did have gluten-free soy sauce in here. Now, this soy sauce is not gluten-free. And there's also ginger in here. So I'm going to put this box up, and I'll grab the other stuff that was refrigerated. My hands are full. Okay. So it's got your boneless pork chops in it. There's 1 pork chop each because they do follow appropriate portion sizes. Here is my chicken strips, my chicken breast strips. So that's for the Korean rice bowl. And then this is the whole boneless chicken. And there are, like I said, it's for appropriate portions. I upgraded to asparagus. So this cost me $1. This asparagus was $1. If you've been to the grocery store, this asparagus is like $3. There are carrots in individual bags. Each one of my recipes requires carrots, so I have a total of 6 carrots in total. Green onions were in there, as well as zucchini. So let me put this back in the fridge. The good thing about this whole thing is you get the recipe cards. So if you like it, then you get to keep the cards, obviously. And if you like the recipes, you can buy the stuff on your own. So it's not like a complete and total waste and they give you nothing. That say you make it one time, you like it, but move on with your life, kind of maybe forgot that you liked it, and you don't remember every step. I've been told there's also videos. So the videos will show you how to make it. The next week I'm getting is a couple really fun dishes that I have not heard of some of the ingredients. It's called a Persian cucumber. I don't know if it's like in English, like a seedless cucumber, or if it is a completely different cucumber of taste. So I'm excited about that one. The week after that, though, bet y'all wish I'd stand still. The week after that, though, I am skipping because I will not be here. I'm going out of town. So that's what I was trying to talk to y'all when I got disconnected, to figure out what everybody's doing. Y'all can keep me company at the airport. I'll get bored easy. I know how I am. I will get so super bored. How do y'all like my wall hanging back there? Wait, my direction is off. There. Oh, there. That blue one. I made that myself. I like to do a lot of decorating myself. Got some fall decorations up front that I really like. In the front room, they all came from the Dollar Tree. And I love it. I took some cotton out of my garden, the stems, and cut them off. And then I took Dollar Tree cotton and filled it back up. I also took some plates and painted them, and then did a really nice border on them. And it is one of my favorites. It's got the artificial flowers in it, and I love it. So I have been trying so desperately to get my stuff together for this trip. Trying to check in with everybody before I go. I have a couple people. I think I'm babysitting the week after I get back, which is cool. My London, Miss London. She is 9 months old. She's funny. I tell her she's my favorite. We get on the phone, me and her mom get on the phone, and she starts yelling. And I'm like, she's just waiting on me to tell her she's my favorite. So I'll tell her, you know, you're my favorite. Sometimes she hushes, sometimes she don't. I haven't seen my sugar baby in a while. Mainly because, y'all, I love kids. I got my own. Don't get me wrong. But I can't deal with parents who ain't got no sense. And if that's offensive, I'm sorry. You can't raise hellions. You can't have them running around all over everywhere. It don't work like that. You gotta have at least semi-polite children. I get it. It's hard. I get it. Society doesn't let you do it. But society doesn't give me money. I pay my own way. Therefore, I have a say. And I have special needs kids. I get it. All kids are different. I'm not disputing that. I'm not arguing that. They are all 100% unique. They are all 100% different, but my children listen. And if I have special needs children that can listen, your abled children should be able to listen. Then again, that's my 2 cents. Opinions are free. They're also like armpits. They all stink most of the time. So I cut my pan down really low earlier while I was making the meatballs and while I was fighting with YouTube. Oh, my other song came on. So I'm waiting for it to come back up to heat. They browned up pretty good, but I think because I turned it down, that messed with it some. I'm supposed to be cleaning the house. It's been a long work week. I enjoyed it. I like being able to go to bed tired. I had class Monday and Wednesday. We had a fun field trip to Lowe's on Monday. Went and picked up all of the supplies we needed. I was $8 off, but I will say this. The instructor picked up fittings after I had given him my number, and I kept the total rolling in my head. He was thinking it was going to be like $967, I think is what it was. I had budgeted out to $530, and it's a school account, so it was $538, and I think that's because he picked up a couple fittings that I didn't see. He said he had to go back and get some fittings, and I forgot to add those in. I don't know how much they were. He didn't tell me. So I was excited. $8 off for $530 some worth of stuff for pretty much what you need to do the drain, the vent, and set some fixtures. Now, some of the fixtures like you use in rotation, the bathtubs, you keep all that. The vanities you keep. So we're talking about supply lines, stops, stuff that once you crimp it, you can't get it back off. So we're doing a shower. We have a toilet, a shower, a toilet, a vanity, an island sink with a disposal, a washing machine, another hand sink, a toilet, and just a standalone tub. Well, it's supposed to be like a standalone tub. So I am so super excited. I like setting fixtures. I think that's fun. I like the mystery of service work too, but I like setting fixtures. I like to walk into an empty space and then turn around and ta-da, there's everything there. The mysteries are cool. Not many people get to go fishing on their job. I went fishing for pipe yesterday. I got to make my own fishing hook. We had a leak under a house in like a 6-inch crawl space. So I took the PEX pipe and some 90s and crimped me on a hook and fished out the line. It was fun. I don't think it was fun by the end of the night. I was getting a little tired. We talked about coming back and finishing it, but I just wasn't ready to come back and finish the job. I wanted to stay and finish it. We'd already been twice because we had to get some parts. It wasn't custom made, but they didn't make. She had antique shower fixtures, so we had to find a replacement. So my meatballs are almost done. This batch is almost done. So what I usually do is, there's nothing in the oven. I'm going to cut the oven on, and I turn it down to like 225, something like that, if I go in the right direction. I'll put it on a pan. I'm going to stick them in the oven to keep them warm. And if they're just a little under, they'll keep going. So I've got it at 225. I'm going to start that preheating. Usually I have it preheated all the way. So they just go from one space to the other. So they have a nice color on them. Now, I don't put any egg in mine. I don't want them eggy. I don't put any breadcrumbs. It is literally meat, garlic, bell pepper, seasoning, soy sauce, mustard. Those are the only liquids that are in there. Because I'm going to make gravy. So I don't want anything that's going to be, again, it's not the most traditional meal. That's fine. It's what I wanted. I was determined to come home and cook it last night, but I didn't. Now, any of the little meatball bits that fall off when I cook them, I'm going to leave those in the pan because when I make my gravy, it'll be in there. So it's kind of like Salisbury steak in miniature size. I'm going to check my potatoes. I'm actually going to turn it off. And I'm going to let it depressurize on itself because I cooked it in the Instant Pot. So I am going to put a whole stick of butter in there. It's probably like 10 potatoes. Ouch! It bit me. It's like the bike when I wear shorts and ride the bike. It bit me. I wonder why. I don't know. I touched my leg to the bike. It's a love bite. Yeah, love bite my butt. That mess hurt. I haven't rode the bike in a long time. I don't even know if it'll crank. I need to try it. All right, so I'm going to take these out. And we're going to put these on a pan, a very small pan, and stick them in the oven. I don't ever mash them or squish them. I want them to stay. And I don't have any leftover coffee. Sometimes I use a little bit of coffee, cold coffee, to make my gravy, especially on the mornings that I make sausage biscuit and gravy. That's like the best time to use your leftover coffee. Oh, that's one. I've done that before with my mascara on. Melt my mascara. Eyelashes will be stuck to my face. Okay, let's do this again. We're going to mix up some more meatballs. I left the mixture sitting out. I did not stick them in the refrigerator for this. It's still cold. I don't freeze them. Like I said, I don't boil them. I'm sure there's some grandma cringing somewhere. But I enjoy baking. Baking, you can't really throw it in. You do have to be a little more precise because of science and chemistry. So, hey, baby doll. You want to be in my YouTube video while I cook? No. Nothing. That was the food I ordered from Every Plate. The food I ordered from Every Plate. I'm cooking some of it tomorrow. Some of it is. I ordered some. Y'all, the pan is popping. Pan is popping. Hiding from my meatballs. I'm hoping once I get some of them in here, they'll stop popping. They'll stop trying to bite me. See, I give everybody the opportunity. That's Joey, my oldest, back there in the background. He has. No, my meatballs is getting crazy. That's all right. That's not all right. They won't stop biting. If y'all go over and check out my first video that I made, hey, be nice. Be nice. If y'all go over and check out my first YouTube video, I think it's like close to 3,000 views on it. Yeah, you can keep those ice packs if you want to put them in the refrigerator or in the freezer. They can be reused, or you can cut them and trash them. If you cut them, you dump the stuff in the trash is what you're supposed to do, and then recycle the plastic. So I'll have some more next week. I mean, it might be pretty good ice packs to put in the big cooler. I just went and bought a Lifetime cooler before we went on vacation. And it's been pretty cool. It works good. We put it on the back. We had a 7-hour ride outside in the semi-heat. Everything was still frozen when we got there on one bag of ice. We didn't even pack it right. You're supposed to put ice on the bottom and stuff. We didn't even do that. Worked out good. We kept it on the porch the whole time we were there. Matter of fact, I think We used the same ice we drove in on the way up there, and then we made ice and from the ice maker that was at the house to fill it up to come home. And I love the Lifetime stuff. Lifetime is 100% U.S. made. It is a veteran-owned company. I have to wash my hands again. Hold that thought. I was getting ready to say something's up with my hot water heater. I don't want a new hot water heater. I don't want to install a new hot water heater either. Um, which is fine, I guess. We put ice in it before we left. We used the ice maker up there, and it worked perfect. We had ice the entire time. So we bought the reason I bought a Lifetime cooler instead of a Yeti or anything like that was we have a Lifetime picnic table. It is a veteran owned company. I think they're very reasonable. It is a 4-person picnic table. I think when we bought it, it was like 80 some dollars. So it has served us well. We have had it for 3 or 4 years, if not longer. It has like a wood grain look on it, but it is fabulous. So the Lifetime cooler also, it's sitting over there on the floor. It's got the rope handle on it, and it has the grizzly proof for like an hour, hour and a half, something like that. Versus some of the other latches that are harder. These you pop up, and the little hooks that are on them slide up, and then you pop them off. So to put them back on, you take a little T-hook and put it over the cooler, and then flip the handle down. So they're easy to use. But they're supposed to be, versus the plastic that you pull and stretch over and hook it, that rip off and you have to buy replacements for. This is kind of like a one-piece deal. We haven't had any issues. Our camping stuff, some of it is Ozark Trail, some of it is Northwest. I think that's the name of it. I can't remember. Like, we have one of our tents that's really old, and it's the Northwest, I think. And we have a cooker that's Northwest. Our newer propane cooker is Ozark Trail, and it has the windshield. I bought these. These are Ozark Trail. I love this coffee cup. I can put my coffee in it in the morning, and it is absolutely still hot at 2 and 3 o'clock in the afternoon. If I put it in piping hot, I have burnt my tongue a many a days. I actually have a tumbler too. This one that I carry to work. Monday, Wednesday, I filled this up, not all the way with ice, maybe 3/4 the way with ice and water. At 7 o'clock, I went to work all day, was outside. I came in from work, and it sits in the van, in the cup holder that has a direct view of the windshield and the side mirror. Huge sun blares in it every day. And it was sitting on a blacktop highway. That's where I parked at, was on the blacktop parking lot. We were at a commercial building for some of the day. And it was, I still had ice in it. That wasn't the day. I was under a house that day. So it was parked in a parking lot or on a concrete driveway. But anyway, the sun was getting to it. I still had ice in it when I got to class. 8 o'clock, I think, is when I finally got back into it again. And I still had some ice left in it. It's the Ozark Trail. It's only 24 ounces. I'm okay with the plastic top. Again, I'm getting ready to travel. This one is what's traveling with me. I'm in the kitchen so I can show you. When we went to Baltimore, we used a different type of container. They're playing all my good songs. It's like a bottle. It looks like a clear bottle. Oh, here's one.
So we used these when we traveled. And I got them at Walmart for like 98 cents. And they're okay, but they don't stay insulated. So this is 22 ounces. And most of the water in here, once you got past security, we filled them up all the way simply because the lines to refill these were a little longer than what we wanted to deal with. And there were 6 of us. So standing in line to refill those was a little bit of a pest. So the kids getting them in and out, they fit perfect in book bags. We got them so they fit on the side pouch. I bought a new bag, and I think what I'm going to do is review before I leave all the stuff that I've packed to go on this upcoming trip, and do a review of the bag before I go. Y'all seem to like the review videos pretty good. So I'll be reviewing a Samsonite bag. I may do that tomorrow. I'm reviewing a Samsonite bag, and I also have everything I packed going to carry on for a 4-day, 3-night personal item only through Spirit. I'm not even doing a carry-on. It is a personal item only trip, and it is going through, we'll call it 3 climate zones. Let's call it 3. So I'm leaving from summer, fall, going up to come back down to Florida. So I'm leaving here where we're still hitting 80s. I have to go to New Jersey. I also have to go to Detroit, so it's going to be colder there. I am doing early morning and late afternoon flights, so I'm still looking at potentially in the 20s. 30s, I think, is what I read. The average there is supposed to be like high 20s, low 30s in Detroit. New Jersey is supposed to be a little bit warmer, like high 30s, low 40s at this time of year. So I'll be in Detroit in the early morning, like 7-ish, I think. I think my flight leaves at 6 from Tampa. So I should be there about 7, and then I have a 5-hour layover. So I'll be in Detroit for a little while it's cold, and I will be in the airport. But in Tampa, there's nothing but humidity, and it'll still be in the high 80s, 90s. So I'm packing for 3 of the time zone or 3 climate changes in one personal bag. So I'll review all that. I'll review how I packed everything, show y'all what personal items I'm taking, the toiletries that I'm packing, all of that stuff I'm excited to do. The Baltimore trip, I thought I was going to do carry-on only, and it didn't work out. I ended up packing a carry-on. We all did personal items and carry-on. So we had like the kids packed their fun toys and some stuff in there. And then we packed a carry-on bag that all had probably an outfit in it. So we were covered in case we had anything. But we also knew we were bringing back souvenirs. So that was the whole point in the carry-on bag. And I think I paid like $35 for it. Now, this particular trip that I'm going on, I'm going by myself. I have not purchased seat assignment. I'm not going to purchase seat assignment. I don't care where I sit. I haven't had any issues flying ever. So front, back doesn't matter to me. I prefer over the wing and a window seat, but because I'm flying by myself, it doesn't tell me the demographic of the person sitting next to me. And I don't care as long as they're respectful. So I'm going to just wait until I get there, and I'll take whatever seat they give me. I flew with Delta. I flew with Spirit. And when I flew with Delta, the short flight over, I didn't get anything. The long flight over from Atlanta to Cancun, I got a bottle of wine. Well, a glass of wine, which comes in the airplane bottles. So I'm not one for doing anything like that anyway. So, and it's vacation. I've saved up for this for a little while. So I don't mind, by all means, spending a little bit of money on the plane. It's a vacation. It's not like it's a business trip. I'm paying for it myself. So my round trip cost was $26, I think. So that's there and back. And I think it's a pretty good deal because I looked at flying out to Vegas to meet a friend of mine in Vegas, and that was ungodly. I don't even remember how much it was going to cost just for me to go. The flight to Baltimore was not very bad. For all 6 of us to go, I think we came in at less than $550 with the carry-on round trip nonstop. So my kids have never flown, so we just made like a day in town so that they had some fun. And then we drove over to the airport, got on the plane, and left. So I will work probably in the office the day of my flight and then drive over. And the type of work I do, it's kind of hard to start a job and then stop. You can't do that. You'll leave somebody in a bind. So I'll probably work in the office that morning. I don't know where my children went. They went back outside. I'm going to see how much pressure is left on my potatoes so I can drop the butter, salt, pepper in it. I may put some cream in it. I don't know. Let's find out. Let's see. What's up, Joey? He likes the music. He likes the music. So, you know what? Let me strain my potatoes because I put a cup of water in there. I was having connectivity issues. I don't know if y'all saw. So I diced up my potatoes and then I put them in there and I put a cup of water in there just so that they cook all the way through. So let me drain these because I don't want watered down potatoes. Let me dump these and then we'll stick the butter in them. Oh yeah, good choice. Smart choice on my behalf. So I'm going to throw the stick of butter on the bottom. I'm putting the whole stick in there because it is a bunch of potatoes. And I want it to start melting. What are y'all doing? So we got all the water out. I'm going to dump them right back in the Instapot. And then I'm going to put the seasoning on top. So I'm going to put all the salt and pepper on top. I'm going to put the lid back on it so it kind of steams and takes care of the butter. I'm going to leave this out because I need it for gravy. I used all my soy sauce earlier. Might put some cream in there. I might not. I don't know. It has steam in it. It's not going to let it sit. So while I still got my meatballs going, I don't even know if I want green vegetables. I was telling a homeowner earlier today, sometimes the best part of being an adult is having cereal for breakfast, which I don't think I ever did as a child. I came home from class Wednesday night and that's what I had. That's what Nick said. You hadn't eaten all day?
Huh?
What?
That's it. I gotta go over this more vehicle. That thought, he already asked Dad if I was gonna be there tomorrow.
Well, you got your uniform together?
I'm gonna wear this undershirt.
You need to do something with them uniforms you got in that bathroom back there. They ain't been turned in.
We're turning it a little bit because he started stealing pants and shirts.
Take that box and break it down and go ahead and put it in the trash.
That's only to keep it out. I'm gonna burn it more.
No.
I put it right front.
I forgot the name of this song. I'll think of it in a minute. Turn that down. I didn't. YouTube will hear it.
Huh?
But I didn't. YouTube did. Child's trying to get me in trouble. Bye. I know, but every time I play music in the background, I get a copyright. Every single time.
You want to get the
Yeah, this guy was supposed to come over to the Azalea Festival. And he didn't. It got canceled due to the end of the world virus. So, hey, it is what it is. I hope everybody is staying healthy, happy, and safe, regardless of what pandemic we're in. I hope, regardless of your political views, everybody gets out to vote. It is important. You cannot complain if you not vote. The only way you complain about who's in office is if you get off your butt and vote. So, vote early, vote the day of. I don't care. Just vote. It is your given right to do so. I don't know where he went. Where'd he go?
Oh, he's getting a crap on me. I was taking the trash back and then walked.
I said, hey, I'll be gone today. I don't know where he went. He knew I was videoing him hiding. He don't like to be on video. I don't care. I'm going to give y'all a couple reviews videos tomorrow, which should be interesting. I wanted to check in with everybody. We got a lot of new comments coming up on the review I did of the washer. Tomorrow morning, I'll be reviewing my travel stuff. Tomorrow afternoon, I'm cleaning out the washer, the Cuppet washer that got me so many reviews to begin with. The updated review and the original review I did, I'm so excited about. That's what I was going to do. I was going to tell you all the numbers on that. It has been unreal. The amount of, that was a whim. That was me walking around here New Year's Day going, or close to New Year's Day, going, let's try something new. Let's see what happens with this. And I found that I enjoy it. I love being able to hang out with y'all. And I love being able to find the content that y'all guys love. So that got my first review I did was kind of me joking around. Not joking around as far as the seriousness of the review. I seriously reviewed that as I do any other time. I was very sincere in my review. I love my washer. It is still one of my favorite items. My mother always buys me stuff like that. And it was a very sincere gift because that's how she is. But it was one of the most thoughtful gifts that I have gotten from her. She bought me a car motor one time. It was like plastic and you put it together. And I laughed and I told my husband, I used to put model cars together, but this is a little bit different. But it has been a fabulous gift. It has been one of the most used that we have done. So my original video, my very first video that I did was the review of the Cuppet washing machine. And it was about 20 minutes long. I think some of it may have been where I paused and came back. I actually haven't watched it. I don't care. It doesn't bother me if I watch myself on video. The sound of my voice used to bother me, doesn't anymore. So that original video that I did with the review has had 3,740 views. Shortly after that video, we looked at travel trailers and we talked about pop-ups. We talked about other stuff. I was new to YouTube. I had never done videos ever. It was not something I thought I was going to continue doing. I thought I was going to do this one video. I actually forgot to go back and look and see. The first few days I was obsessed with, did anybody see it? Did I post it right? Because I didn't think I did it right. And I still don't know all the ins and outs of YouTube. So I think a month or so after my first video was posted, I think I may have did a live video at work because I was learning that I couldn't do lives without the video
viewing time and without the subscribers. There was absolutely no way I can go live. The only way I can go live now with y'all is if I log into my Chromebook and do the videos, which is what I'm doing now. And I don't like toting around the Chromebook because my particular Chromebook is from work. It doesn't have live internet or internet on it. It has Wi-Fi. So I have to be where there's Wi-Fi. So I'm pushing really hard to get my subscribers up so that I can take y'all mobile, and then I don't have to have the loophole of the Chromebook. So about a month after that, we bought Maisley, and we had a lot of issues. We used a new online financing company. We tried to go local, and we were in one state trying to buy from a different state we lived in. They wanted different stipulations on what we were doing. It was like a first home because we rent, so it had a bathroom. It was considered our first house. So my second video was me updating and doing the review of Maisley, or showing you what it was. The second video I did, I realized I didn't show y'all the outside, how much space it was, and that type thing. So I turned around and did a second video. I did a couple videos at work as like a live updating videos, but I found with those videos, the phone was too busy. People they call on their credit cards. I have to record their numbers, their addresses. It was way too risky to be doing videos at work unless they were on particular days when the phone didn't ring as much. So I kind of didn't get to do that. Well, then we packed up. So we got Maisley a few days after Valentine's Day, and we went to New Bern. So when we went to New Bern, was our first trip we did. I wanted to do a time-lapse video, and I thought I could video it and then speed the whole thing up and it would work out fine. So we still had some issues there with the internet. So I couldn't do it live like I wanted to. I took the Chromebook with anticipation of videoing, but it didn't work out that way. So it ended up, I had a GoPro that I got for Christmas from my mom, and it would run for like 20 minutes and shut off. So I thought it was videoing the entire thing, and it wasn't. So I was working so hard to get content so y'all could see what we were doing on vacation, how we, packed in and all this great stuff. And every time I go by the GoPro, it was off. And I was like, I'm done. I've tried. Guys, I love y'all, but this isn't working. So I found out if I use my phone, I could do it. And then I could go through and edit it and speed it up a little bit if I wanted to. So that's where y'all saw the morning routine and the part 2. So while we were on that same camping trip, there was 2 washers, 2 dryers at the campsite. We had to go up to do it. But this particular campsite had very few people that were short term. This is more of a campsite that people there are for like shutdown work and that type stuff. These people pretty much live and work there, or they retired there. So they're used to using the facilities when they're used to having the facilities. So we would wash our clothes at night, but mind you, we don't have a dryer. So we would wash our clothes at night, and then early in the morning, the kids would run over and throw them in the dryer. So one night while I was doing laundry, I snuck in the bathroom and did an updated review of the washer for y'all guys, because this is what it was bought for, was for tent camping and camper camping. So the first video is filmed in my kitchen right over there. The second video is in Maisley where I've used it. They got posted in separate orders. So there's a video where I walk through before we leave and show you how everything got packed, how everything got stored. I showed y'all a couple crafting projects and another one. And then I really thought y'all guys liked the how-to videos. So some people do, some people don't. So I showed you how to make plarn. That was interesting. That was me videoing myself doing it, editing it, doing the hyperlapse for it. I created an intro for it.
I turned around and went back and had to do a voiceover for it. I was so excited. Like my absolute hard work went into it. I thought it was a Hollywood production. I'm telling you. I timed it. I had to write the timestamps to piece it together. It took days to figure that out. It's had 13 views. Was not happy. I was like, I'm done. Y'all don't want to see this. I'm not doing another one. So I did another one that was Thirsty Thursday. It wasn't very long. I jumped in. Bless me. Bless me again. Excuse me. I did a happy Mother's Day for y'all guys. I got a new wagon. I got pulled around the neighborhood in the wagon, and I just checked in to say happy Mother's Day to all the great mothers. Happy Mother's Day to all the dads that are being mothers. So I had another one where I went out and did a little bit of crafting and videoed it. And then I had some pretty good reviews, or I had some pretty decent views when I packed up before we went to South Carolina for our vacation down there. So y'all like that one, it seems to be. We were down there at the 4th. So while we were there, I did the 4th. I also did a time lapse of me cleaning after we got back and before the hurricane. So that in case the power went out here, we could jump over there and stay there. So because I guess it was in hyperlapse, y'all really liked that video. I checked in with Maisley before the power went out. Y'all liked that one. I got a few views after the hurricane for the first one. I did another hyperlapse video for y'all that was me going to pick up some paperwork, and y'all seemed to like that one pretty good as well. So as far as my live video goes, I don't really do a lot of those. Usually when I do, it's cooking because I have time to sit here and talk to y'all, and I have time to kind of check in back and forth. So the whipped coffee one, I got a couple pretty good views on, but usually I have my hair and makeup video that I thought was going to do really well, did not. I did Saturday morning pedicure and cold coffee. I don't know if it's y'all guys that have feet fetishes. I don't know what it was. Yeah, I got 33 views on that one. So this is a hobby. I enjoy what I do during the day. I like being a mom. I like being a plumber. I like to check in with y'all guys. I think it's me sitting here running my mouth most of the time. I don't think anybody pays me any attention ever. And that's okay. I'm not necessarily doing it for everybody's cup of tea. I do it to meet new people. And I think everybody, before you waste your money in a time where money's not easy to come by, I think that if I can review something and give you my opinion of it, then that's what I'm going to do. So I have a lot of fun in reviewing products. I go back and tell you, what I think or what I don't think about it. And it worked out great. So the Every Plate, I am really excited to review for y'all guys. I think y'all are going to like it. I think I'm going to like it. I think it's going to be a lot of fresh ideas coming in for myself. And I'm hoping that once I get some, I'm going to have another copyright if I don't turn it down. I'm hoping that I can get some new subscribers, and I'm hoping I can get a lot of y'all over on Facebook so I can go live there because that's easier for me to do. I feel more comfortable on YouTube because some of my viewers that I have over on YouTube, I've never met. So it's easier to be me with people I don't know than it is for all the people I have over on my Facebook page. That is a lot of the females that I follow, a lot of the female influencers I have. I don't have a lot of the males over there. So it's very targeted for what it was. I started the Facebook page for my handcrafts. It was supposed to be a small hobby, taking my hand-grown cotton, turning it into yarn, spinning it, all that stuff, and making small projects. And it was supposed to be the platform to sell those items is what I was hoping to do. And I don't have time.
I like to crochet. I'm working on a mermaid butt. I'm crocheting a mermaid butt for one of my cousin's daughters for Christmas. So it's Emmy's mermaid butt. But I just don't have the time to go through and really do what I need to do as far as that project goes, start to finish. I also planted like gourds in my garden. I planted the cotton, I've tended to the cotton. So it's really a farm or yard to start to finish. It's all 100% me, all 100% organic, all 100% me, start to finish, for these projects that I was going to be doing. But that just didn't take off. So I haven't had the time to keep up with it either. So I've kind of let it slide a little bit, a lot, that type thing. And I'm kind of upset by it, but at the same time, I can't be everywhere at one time. So I feel more comfortable over here. The more I think about it, when this went down earlier, I jumped over on Facebook, and that wasn't, everybody has a life. You know, not everybody is going to be on Facebook. Not everybody has Facebook. Not everybody has YouTube. So I gave it a minute and switched back over to YouTube. I abandoned the Facebook video I had earlier. Um, it's one of those things that the number of followers you have doesn't define who you are as a person. And I like to interact with everybody. In my comments, I've got a lot of questions. I try to answer you back as quick as I can. If you leave a comment or a question about any of the reviews or the products or the videos or anything like that, I try to answer you as quick as I can. If you are not fluent in English and you write me a comment in a different language, I copy it, I paste it, take it to Google, figure out what got said, figure out my reply, translate it, and then I go back and post it for you. I only speak English. I can read limited Spanish. So I don't try to hold anybody out from what they're doing. I try to help everybody. Let's make gravy. Let's get all the stuff to make gravy. I'm going to turn y'all this way. There you go. So y'all are going to be able to hear me and see me. Let's get gravy going. We've got pepper. We've got salt. A whisk. Some people know how to make gravy. Some people don't. My sister does not. We're going to take this and fill this up with water. And like I said, I do not have coffee. Gotta grab some butter. Gotta clean my refrigerator out too, apparently. I gotta grab the flour. Hold on. See if I get in trouble for singing. What if I'm singing? What if I'm not playing, but I'm singing? I can't imitate those people. Okay. For those of you who don't make gravy, it's usually equal parts butter to equal parts flour. This is a huge cast iron. It's like a 15-inch cast iron pan. I'm putting in 2 tablespoons of butter. There is a little bit of liquid in this pan, but not a whole lot. So I'm putting in 2 tablespoons of butter. And then, I never measure this. This is my gluten-free flour. I'm going to sprinkle, and that's more than 2 tablespoons. I know it is by looking. I always sprinkle my flour right on top. And then what I'm going to do is take the whisk. What I usually do too is I go ahead and I put my seasoning right on top with salt and pepper. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stir the butter and flour until it melts, because I want to cook the flour so that it doesn't taste bad. You don't want the taste of flour. You want that to cook. So there's, like I said, there's some liquid that's already down in the pan,
And it's going to make a really, really thick paste. This is not the whisk I usually use. Y'all have special tools you use, like one tool for everything? I do that sometimes. I have one tool for one thing. At work, I'm bad for that. So we're going to stir the butter around. And you'll know when your flour is cooked. You want to make sure you cook your flour, because you will be able to taste it. And I don't care what color my gravy is. It does not matter to me. Sometimes if I make like fried country ham, it's red. But usually, if you put it in the way it is, you can tell it's very white. You want it to cook so it's a brownish color. And it's going to turn with the bottom of the pan as well. Now, if you were doing this to make a homemade cheese sauce or a homemade Alfredo sauce, you would take a pan with your butter, your flour, your salt and pepper, white pepper if you don't want it to be colored at all. You would cook it, and then you would add milk to it. And when you take and cook that milk down, what it does is it makes a sauce, kind of like a gravy, but it's milk based. And then you add your cheese to it for your Alfredo. Now I have quite a bit of liquid in this pan. It's not a thick paste. No big deal. I already had some liquid in the pan. Now I can do one of two things. I can add some more flour, or I can add some cornstarch. The flour's already out. I'm not digging in the cabinet for the cornstarch. So I'm going to mix this in. And the thing about gravy is you just have to keep stirring so that it doesn't have lumps. If you don't mind lumps, then hey, keep going. Roll with it. Nick! So we're going to add the water, which is still thin. We're going to add the water to it because some of it's sticking on the bottom. And it's turning into this is going to be the gravy that's for the mashed potatoes and the meatballs. So all that has come together. And it's a lot darker. So I just keep adding water and keep stirring, because it's going to come back apart. It congeals and then it separates back out. You just got to keep going. And I usually put mine on a medium well. Remember, I had soy sauce in my meatballs. So because there was soy sauce in my meatballs, it's going to be dark already. And they're in the oven. Now, if this isn't enough water, I'll get some more. So what I usually do is mix it so I get all the lumps out. And then I kind of let it sit or simmer until it comes back together. That's what I usually do. And I'm scratching up all the stuff from the bottom. It makes so much noise. Now it's thickening back up too. So I can turn this down and I can add more water if I want it to be thinner. But I've already cooked the flour.
So I don't have to let it cook too much longer. Hold on, I'll show y'all guys what we're working with. It's like chocolate. Thought it was raining there for a second. And we got gravy. Check it out, guys. How cool is that? Some people can do it, some people can't. I taught myself how to cook. Here we go, fighting with this hook. I something. Bought a thing to take y'all along with me when we do the mobile car rides, a tripod. But I just don't have enough. Those are videos I have to post ahead of time. I have to film them, and then I have to edit and take y'all with me that way. I don't have the opportunity to do it this way. So I got dinner ready. It's taken me a little over an hour, but that's okay. I had fun hanging out with y'all guys. I'll be back tomorrow morning with coffee in hand, and I will be doing a video just for y'all. It'll be a review of the Samsonite bag and a personal only travel for 4 days, 3 nights in 2/3 different climate sections. I don't remember how many outfits I packed. I'm super excited to show y'all what all I got packed. It is already packed, so I will unpack it tonight and we will repack it again tomorrow. I hope y'all have a great Friday, and I'll see y'all guys tomorrow.